dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life feels lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
Welcome in, everybody, for a special broadcast here put on by SRM for the drivers of the 3-Wide Motorsports League. They asked us to step in and put on this charity event. It's 150 laps for hope here at the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. I'm Mike Timoni. Up in the booth, joined with me is Alan Bergen. Alan, man, how's it going?
It is going great, Mike. Look, we are here at Bristol for 150 laps of heart-pounding action. It is unbelievable. These guys are going to be racing at 12 or 15, 16 seconds a lap. And Mike, it's always great to hop into the booth with you, buddy.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a little while since we were able to work on anything together, but this gave us an opportunity to do just that after the league just ended ECR, but these drivers are trying to raise money and help out one of their fellow drivers here. If you look in the broadcast description, there is a Cash App link if you guys would be so kind and to donate to them. I will, if I can get maybe Scott down here real quick. If I can get him up here in the booth. Going to take a qualifying lap here real quick as I jump over from the practice to the qualifying session here. So don't want to interrupt that time, as it is Bristol, and track position usually is king here. Looks like he is not for the moment, so let's see if we can bring Scott down here real quick. Hey, Scott, Mike up in the booth, man.
Yeah.
Just figured I'd grab you real quick before you take a qualifying lap here. Maybe tell us a little bit about what you guys are trying to do here.
We are trying to raise money for Green Flag Mindset. His name's personal name's Jack. He's a fellow streamer, partial owner of Three Wide Motorsports. His wife got diagnosed with MOGAD, which is very similar to MS but more rare. They said within 5 years she'll probably be in a wheelchair, so we're trying to raise money to help and support them in any way we can.
Yeah, definitely. When I saw you there on Facebook, I decided I'd throw our hat in to get this on the air and try and help you guys raise as much money as you can. Looks like we got quite a few drivers out here. Anything else you want to say before I get you out of here?
Just thank you to everybody that joined in this race, paid the entry fee. It's much appreciated. Thank you guys for coming in and broadcasting for us. We can't thank you guys enough for coming in.
Definitely, man. Well, good luck out there, and if maybe we talk to you at the end of the race.
I hope so.
So there is Scott. Scott's going to go out and try and put on a qualifying lap. Looks like we have a few drivers out here. Let's go ahead and go trackside, see what they're doing. Anthony Green out here.
Yeah, Anthony Green at number 86 out of OHTX Racing. He is currently third on the board right now, and right now the fast time is a 15.24. So that's the driver. That's the time you're going to need to beat to be on the pole here. A couple of drivers on the pole. Scott Hall, who you just heard from about Three Wide Motorsports, just finished up his qualifying lap, and that's going to be good for third. Let's see here. Patrick Purdy is qualified with a 16.55. And so far we got about 4 more drivers needing to take time as we get wrapped up here qualifying wise. So far it looks like Ronald Stratton going to be on the racetrack right now, as he is now on the clock. Let's see what he can do on his first lap here. There's that number 6 car, no sponsor. So if you're looking to get onto the side of a race car that gets broadcasted every week, contact Ronald Stratton as he comes to get the green flag here. He's working lap number 1. Ronald Stratton out of parts unknown, currently 6th. And he's going to go to the top of the board with 15.13 on his first lap. He's going to go one and done. Randy Croyer out of OGRL. He's in that 52 car. He's out of Saratoga Springs, New York. And he's on his first lap, which is a flyer right now. Really love the line that he's running, lap number 1. And survey's going to say 8th quickest with a 16.14. A 15.13 is the time to beat here if you want to be on the pole. 8th quickest on lap number 2. He comes and gets the checkered flag. Survey says he's a little bit quicker. He's going to go 6th with a 15.91.
Yeah, definitely.
2 drivers left.
I was say Ronald Stratton on a 1-lap flyer with that 15.13.
Most definitely. And these guys are hauling them out 100 and 108 as Randy Croyer is going to take a couple of extra laps there. The Three Wide Motorsports contingent. There's Three Wide sponsors that car, rather.
Yeah, all these guys trying to raise some money to help Jack.
Yeah, don't forget, the Cash App link is in the description below. on the and for the race here. So it's a great cause, you know. It's a rare form of MS. So let's give these guys some love and raise some money. Every little bit helps.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't even know what it was until these guys started talking to me about it, and it just sounds like they could definitely need some help if you can't do financial or anything like that. I'm sure you just think about them, let them know that you're there, just like we do with all the drivers and community that we have here. It's amazing what happens when all of us get together for a cause like this. Like we have 2 drivers left to put down a qualifying lap. Looks like Ryan Perone Sr. is sitting in pit lane, hasn't taken a lap yet, and William Martin has not stepped foot on track yet as well. So those 2 drivers are the drivers that are left.
Another thing to note: this is a hosted session. Normally, when they do a league session, the numbers are assigned to you. With it being an open, or whether it being a hosted session here, the numbers on our live timing aren't going to match up to what you actually see on the racetrack. Some of them may, some of them might not. So bear with us. If we call out a number of your favorite driver and you're like, hey, he's driving the 96 car, but it might show number 50, to peel back the curtain a little bit. And, you know, as in Ryan Perone Sr. might be 50, but he might be 96 on the racetrack. So bear with us. We're going to learn numbers together.
Definitely. Bobo Gaming says he is in this race. I believe he's running on my timing and scoring, it's the 9 Garrett Bobo. So thank him for jumping in the YouTube chat. We got about 3 minutes left.
Garrett, don't text and drive, buddy. Bristol's hard enough as it is.
Yeah, these guys are set for 150 laps here tonight. So it is going to be 150 laps, 80 miles, 55% fuel load. We were kind of guessing the fuel window, 35 to 45 laps, might be a little over that. We'll see what these guys do. They do have 4 faster pairs, and tires are free tonight, so they will definitely be probably taking tires at every caution as these guys get set to go.
I don't know what Goodyear plant that they robbed to get unlimited tires, but it isn't the one in Indianapolis. Nonetheless, we're going to have a lot of fun here tonight. 150 laps in a packed virtual Bristol Motor Speedway. It isn't real life because it's too cold in Bristol. As Kick Attack 50 says, he is in the race too. Don't text and drive; it's illegal. I mean, you can look. I don't know about you up there in Wyoming, but here in Missouri, you can actually get ticket for it.
Well, I mean, there's so many people up here. Might take you a little while to find another one.
Instant messaging is the paper airplane.
Yeah, paper airplane. Yeah. Definitely want to. Also, if you guys are inclined, there are some information that you can go and look at. The MoGad support system. Just Google them and you can look for yourself and see what's going on. Like they've got about a minute left. Let's see if maybe we can get Gamer down here real quick. Hey, Jack.
Everything from
booth.
there.
Hey. Sorry, I pulled you
Hey,
down
hey,
in
buddy.
mid-conversation. Hey,
No,
I
you're
just
good.
figured I'd have a little bit of time here.
Yeah,
ask
absolutely.
you how is it going, and if there's anything we can do,
it's
or
going good.
know.
I'm nervous for the race, but I mean that's normal. I'm ready. And it's for a good cause. My wife, she had recently got diagnosed with MoGad, which is very similar to multiple sclerosis. It deteriorates, I guess, the lining of that coats your nerves, the myelin or whatever.
Oh, geez.
So yeah, it's I don't know. It's pretty bad. But she's been trying to figure out what's been going on for like the past 4 years. The doctors just didn't know. They've ran so many tests. But yeah, I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, definitely. Well, good luck in the race, and we'll see what we can do. See if we can
Yeah, absolutely, man.
get some little help for you, and
Yeah.
maybe we'll see you in victory lane or at least on the podium.
I hope so.
All right,
Thank you,
man.
man.
I'll let you get gridded up.
Thanks, bud.
Yep, later. All right, so that was Jack. If we can, these guys get all gridded, and then we'll go through the starting lineup for tonight's Mogad 150, 150 laps for Hope. H&W Wrap Designs also throwing some support out here. All right, let's go trackside now and we'll take a look here. Starting grid, Ronald Stratton and Garrett Bobo. Tanner Weeks and Scott Hall in row 2. Row 3 is going to be Anthony Green and Randy Croyer. Row 4, Jack Jones and James Grammer Time. Patrick Purdy and Ryan Perone Sr. William Martin and Dan Katzier are going to start shotgun on the field as they get rolling here. We are set to go. Lights are out. One lap here. They all tighten up, get ready to set these Xfinity cars free. Stratton, Bobo on the front end. Hall and Green in row 2. Hit that restart zone, and we are green flag racing here from Bristol. Quick move from the bottom. Anthony Green up to P2. Scott Hall goes from the high side down to the bottom. Going to make the pass on the 29 machine as he tucks in for third for only a moment. And he is down to the inside of Stratton there, going to try and get up to P2 as that battle is going on. Anthony Green is out to almost a half-second lead already here at Bristol, rolling through. Laps are clicking away pretty quickly here. It looks like Stratton got his car moving as he is now back up to second. Scott Hall under pressure from Garrett Bobo there, coming through the backside. Croyer and Jones. Side by side. Jones up for fifth. Ronald Stratton, fastest man on the track the last lap, and we are under caution here. There is a crash towards the back of the field. 50 Toyota and the 41, Barone Sr. and Gramer. Back and take a look, see what happened here. High above. Oh, just got a little loose, turned down. Gets loose again. Turns it into the wall to try and stay out of everybody's way. Then winds up sliding back up the wall. but no real harm done there, as they can come down pit lane, get that faster pair, and get back out on track. So Anthony Green still leading. Stratton second, Hall third. Warrior back in fifth. Tanner Weeks sixth. Biggest mover of the race, though, right now is back in seventh. The number 5 Toyota there of Dan Katzier. Lights are on the pace car still as they get stacked up, ready to roll through. James Grammer is 1 lap down after his pit stop. Anthony Green on the bottom. Scott Hall right behind him. Pace car is in. Green with the button, hits that restart zone. He's down and away, gives a huge hole shot. Has almost 4 car lengths before they hit turn 1. Scott Hall up to second. Stratton third. Bobo fourth. Poyer up to fifth. Tanner Weeks back there side-by-side racing towards the back here. William Martin on the high side trying to get by the 41. No. Ooh. Poyer hard into the outside and inside wall there. Looks like he got loose. Take a quick peek here. Tried to get the throttle down on exit. When he did, those back tires just kind of spun, sending him sideways through the front stretch, trying to keep it off the wall, nosed into the wall, and back out on the track. Enough to bring out caution number 2. Another restart brewing here in the Bogad 150. Once again, if you guys are inclined to do so and have that Cash App, go ahead and copy that link in the description. All the money raised here tonight goes to Jack, so we can ease the burden for his wife. Got the 86 and the 5 on the front row. Ronald Stratton going to be starting in P3 this time. Be down on the bottom side. We've seen that bottom lane have quite the jump on the restarts. Good lead a lap here tonight. Anthony Hall has led 14. Lights are out on the pace car. We will get stacked back up and get to move in here. He's fading towards the back here. Pace car is going to make that left-hand turn down pit lane, and we'll be back to green flag racing momentarily here. Pace car is in. Green flag out here at Bristol. Scott Hall got a big jump there. Going to stay right with him, right on that bumper, as he is looking for the lead. He's got that 5 machine on rails now. Not letting Green get away. Ooh, just a touch to the outside wall does Stratton Scott Hall. Hanging on to second, Tanner Weeks up to fourth in that 00 machine. Dan Katzer got that 5 moving, biggest mover of the race, up 6 spots. Anthony Green also is a fairly big mover. He's up 4 in that 86 machine as Scott Hall rides the wall, gets loose in front of Stratton. Stratton bounces off the wall. Everybody keeps going straight. Tanner Weeks takes advantage, and he goes up to P2. Stratton can't get that 6 machine under control here as he has faded back all the way back to 6th position. Katzer up 7 spots, running P5 now in that number 5 machine. William Martin and Jack Jones battling back and forth. Jones in that 90 machine, that 90 Toyota. DJ checking in the chat. Free Ride Motorsports Jack Jones and Scott Hall making their way through the field. I don't know that anybody has anything right now for this number 86 Chevy of Anthony Green as he almost gets loose there coming out of the corner. Let's see if we can jump on board and take a ride around here with Anthony Green, our race leader. He's led every lap but one here. Just hear that throttle as he makes his way around the track. Take a look here at another little group of cars. Back in the back, though, Jack Jones down to the inside, going to make that pass right now on William Martin. Sent that 90 machine in. Just can't quite complete it yet. Still side by side. He's got the 69 of Patrick Purdy trying to close the gap, as well as Martin goes hard off the wall. Purdy takes evasive action, and they are still green here in the Mogad 150. Patrick Purdy had to take some evasive action there as the 2 machine of William Martin bounced hard off that outside wall. Thought he was going to come down in front of him. Purdy had to slam on the brakes, but he is back moving once again. Brian Perone Sr., that number 50 Toyota, riding around in P10 with that beautiful United States flag rolling through. James Grammer, the 41 machine, back in 11th after bouncing off of I think it was Ron Sr. there that got loose on that first caution. Scott Hall losing a position here to Garrett Bobo as Bobo's trying to get down to the inside. And he just lost all momentum there as Scott Hall diamonds that corner a little bit. He's got that 5-3 wide machine rolling through the corners. Almost up to that outside wall. But he has maintained his speed, and he is still hanging on for that podium position. Anthony Green, though, has checked out. He has said goodbye to the rest of the field, and he is in his own zip code now, almost half a lap ahead of anybody trying to chase him down. '52 machine of Randy Croyer bounced off the wall, and now he is trying to maintain his position here. He doesn't want Anthony Green to catch anybody else behind him, as he right now is sitting in that lucky dog position, but Anthony Green is making some moves here. Tanner Weeks also on the move. There's a almost 2.5 second gap to first and a 1.5 seconds back to third. It looks like Scott Hall had a little hiccup there as he has faded back to P6 now. Looks like Patrick Purdy still can't get by William Martin. Martin has lost a little bit of momentum there as he was trying to make the corner. And just touched the apron a little bit there. And just in front of them, like the 90 machine, 90 machine there of Jack Jones also got a little bit loose as Scott Hall is still falling back. Both those 3-ride motorsports machines have the beautiful paint scheme on there. Let's see if we can take a look here. Go this way. The Mogad support scheme on that number 5 machine. Also on the number 90. Brock Purdy finally able to clear William Martin, so he is up into 8th, up 1 spot. Dan Ketzer still the biggest mover of the race, up 8 spots. And that gap is growing with the leader as he is closer to the back of the field than to second place. Plenty of room given to the leader as he goes by, slides up in front of Grammer. Tanner Weeks trying to close in. Just can't quite do it yet. Garrett Bobo making his way around, closing the gap to second. That gap was 1.5 seconds. Now it is down to almost 0.5 seconds. That 29 machine is moving forward at a pretty decent pace here. For racing setups. Everyone's running that corner just a little bit different. You can see how I stay up kind of towards the wall and then get low on exit as he's setting up this pass as he goes down to the inside, and he is going to be side by side with the 00 there until they come out of corner exit, and he will get by. Put the 29 up to P2. Oh, got a little loose there. The 00 tried to cross him over on that bottom side. Nothing doing there for that 00 of Tanner Weeks. They're still hanging on to P4. Pole setter Rommel Stratton back to P5. Patrick Purdy as that 69 machine moving forward now after having a little trouble getting by the number 2 of William Martin. He is now up to P6. Scott Hall faded back and is now running P7 here. Look for drivers to begin to probably think about pit stops. If I'm not mistaken, we should be getting close to that mark. And we have had a few cautions, so it will definitely spread it out just a little bit here. But once again, guys, if you feel so inclined, go ahead and check our broadcast description. Go ahead, click that Cash App, and once again, all the donations go to help driver of the 90 machine, Jack Jones, and his wife get set up with anything they might need after finally figuring out a diagnosis for the Mogad and whatever she might need. Because Jack Jones did go a lap down. So did Grammer and Martin. But that 86 machine is just on rails. Caution is out. Caution is out for 3 Wide Motorsports, number 5 machine, Scott Hall. Take a look, see what happened to that number 5 machine. Does have a black flag. Looks like that wheel is stuck pretty severely. He'll have to come down pit road, take that fast repair, and get back to business here momentarily. Probably not necessarily a bad thing, as it looks like he's probably by himself. Yeah, definitely got a little loose. See it shaking down the front stretch. Just can't quite get it. Almost had a beautiful drift as he hits that last great Coliseum corner there. Gets sideways. Ooh, 50 squeaks by there of Ryan Patron Sr. And everybody's going to be coming into pit lane as they are nice and busy now. Scott Hall going to pull in, going to take that fast repair, get back to business. But the real question is going to be, does anybody have anything for Anthony Green? Because he is out of pit lane in the top spot. Three cautions for 11 laps. Almost to halfway here. Anthony Green has led almost all of those laps. He's led 59. Ronald Stratton led the first one. As he was the pole setter. Brandon Kelly here for look at tag 50. They are stacked back up. Lights are out on the pace car. Pace car is in. Green flag racing once again, and Anthony Green gets a good jump once again. Nobody has been able to hang with him here. As the number 29 finally might be able to hang with him for a little bit, but after a few laps, that 86 Chevy just drives away. He definitely did not want to see that caution flag, as he had built up almost a 4-second lead over second place, had lapped most of the field here as they get going once again. Oh, caution is out. Caution is out. Back of the field once again as the pace car races out to get in front of the leaders here. Let's take a look and see what happened momentarily here. 2 3-wide motorsports machines running together. Jack drives in. Ooh, those back tires just get a little loose. Scott Hall tries to go down, flips him just a little bit, sends him into that outside wall. And he is going to slow down there, stop, and get rolling. And let's see what happened to the 50 machine here. Like he was slow going. Might have just been able to slow up for the wreck. Ooh, the 0-0. Tanner Weeks gets sideways. Oh, and goes in front of. That is what actually brought out the caution. And Tanner Weeks did not show up even on the list here. Tanner Weeks gets loose sideways in front of the 50, Ryan Perron Sr. And he had nowhere to go. Take a look here of the crash from Ryan's point of view here. Everything looks fine. Sees him gets loose, tries to stay up in the wall, and nowhere to go. They're stacked up once again. Lights are out on the pace car. Pace car is going to make that left-hand turn down pit lane. Anthony Green is going to get him going one more time. It's that restart zone. Wastes little time, does that 86 machine, but this time Garrett Bobo is ready and he stays right with him, going through 1 and 2. Not going to let that 86 machine get away. High side, trying to get everything he can. Has those 4 fresh tires, and he is making them work. Almost down to the inside. Just can't quite close the deal here. We are under caution once again. Towards the back of the field. '52 touches the wall there a little bit. The back end gets loose. Scott Hall just can't find a way around. Keeps happening all around that number 5 machine, and the 2 just comes in and sends him. Take a look here from the 2 machine. On board with William Martin now. Right in the passenger side door. Here's a list of our biggest movers of the night. Dan Katz here. Patrick Purdy, Anthony Green's up 4, Ryan Perome Sr. 3, William Martin up 2. Jack Jones finds himself in the lucky dog spot if a caution were to happen to come out one more time. Lights are out on the pace car. We'll get stacked back up and get ready to roll one more time here. As we are just going to be a lap away from halfway. Pace car's going to make that left-hand turn. And we are green flag racing one more time here. Anthony Green didn't quite get the jump he had before. The 29 of Garrett Bobo staying right with him. Dan Kazier also making that high line work as he is up to P3. Ronald Stratton back inside the top 5 after having a little bit of a rough patch there. They get this thing settled back down. Mid-pack. Ooh! Garrett Bobo got loose. Anthony Green sideways. Sideways is the 86. Let's take a look from his view real quick, because wow. See him get a little loose there. 29 just to his outside, driving it in. You're going to see his, yep, there you go. As it locked all the way. And then watch this. Sitting head on. Almost gets hit by grammar time there. Take a look here from the blimp real quick. Side by side, nothing really bad happening. 86 kind of slides up a little bit as he gets a little loose. Don't touch or anything. But you can see right there his tires start to get loose and around he starts to go. We almost saw that with the 29 a lap ago as the 5 has a little bit of connection issue and disappears. And that 41 just barely bumps the 86. The 86 is going to head down pit road, going to take that faster pair and get back to business here. That 86 was the fastest man on the track. So now we will stack it up, have different drivers at the front. The 29 of Garrett Bobo is on the proverbial button here as he gets ready to roll. Dan Katzer up 10 spots in that number 5 GR machine as it is on the outside. Ronald Stratton back inside the top 3. We can take a look at his day here real quick. Started on the pole, went back to 3rd, back up to 2nd, back to 3rd, all the way down to 6th, and then back up to 5th as he gets rolling. We are stacked back up. 29 and the 5. in the restart zone, down and away. The outside line did not get going. Gatzer spun the tires there badly. Allows the 29 to just go free. Has almost a half-second lead over Ronald Stratton. Gatzer did get it going. He has the 00 Tanner Weeks right behind him. Weeks go down to the inside and try and make that pass. Hangs right with him as they get going. Trying to hang on here to see how close they're getting. Gave him a bump, sent him up the track. Gatzer still going. But definitely got a bump there from the 00 of Tanner Weeks. Got Hall back up inside the top 5. Has that number 5 Toyota moving towards the front. For the lead, 00 down to the inside. Tanner Weeks going to try and take it away. Oh, gets loose, gets into the 29, sends the 29 up the wall. 29 trying to save off of everybody. And he does that, but there is some damage done to that 29 machine. As Tanner Weeks ships him up the wall. He is going to have to pit. Has a black flag, must pit for repairs. Caution is out now. As the 29 heads to pit lane. And our Weeks gives him a little bump, dips him up the track. If we can go take a look here. Side-by-side racing, looks like the 00 overdrives the corner, hits the apron just a touch. Goes side-by-side. Good close racing. Not sure what happened there. Looks like he might have got a little loose turn to the outside, sent the 29 to the wall. 29 bounced it off the wall, kept rolling, but he did get a black flag, so he had to come in for pit for repairs. Ryan stays out of the way. That's the 90 by, the 86 by, the 41 by. Five comes down pit road for repairs. Don't look now, but that 86 machine is back up front on the front row. Anthony Green, involved in an early race or mid-race caution, is back towards the front. We got Jack Jones up there as well as Patrick Purdy Tanner Weeks, though, is going to be on the button as he gets ready to roll. Pace car is in. Huge jump on the field from a 00. Might have jumped the start a little bit there. '86 sending it in for all he can. Gets loose, sideways in front of the 90. Jack Jones gets hit back down into the inside wall, sideways across the track. Scott Hall gets it. Martin takes a little bit of it. We are under caution once again. Let's see kind of what happened here. 00 kind of makes it tight there. Looks like he just overdrove the corner of the 90, tries to get out of the way. 86 sideways. Scott Hall gives him a bump. The 41 gets by. The 52 and 2 get by as well. So once again, everybody, if you're just joining us, thank you very much for doing so. Want to find out more what we're racing for. These guys are racing to support one of their own. Jack Jones, his wife, was diagnosed with MOGAD, so we're trying to raise a little bit of money to kind of help them out in the unknown future that they might have. I think they might need to make life a little bit more easy as they get set to go on this journey. There is a Cash App link in the broadcast description. Everything you send will go straight to him. Down to almost 50 laps left to go here in the MOGAD 150. I want to thank Scott and everybody at 3 Wide Motorsports for allowing us the opportunity to put this on our airways. Anything we can do to help the racing community, just like we all do. Amazing what happens when all of us get together for a cause. Looks like Anthony Green has called it a night after that. Well, the 29 has caught back up to the 00. Tanner Weeks with the button as he gets ready to go down and away. And once again, gets a pretty good jump there. Patrick Purdy slides down behind him. Garrett Bobo up to third. Scott Hall up to fourth. Ron Stratton up to fifth. William Martin, P6. Ron Sr., sixth. Katsier, eighth. And Scott Hall is sideways once again. And gets a tap there. Hall was just moving in the right direction here. You can see he just gets loose on corner entry. Tries to save it. Almost has it and then just loses it once again as he goes around right in the middle of the corner. Tries to stay out of the way so everybody can go around. Randy Courier just nowhere to go in that 52 machine. And that is going to bring out another caution here tonight. Only 3 lead changes on the night. Tanner Weeks is the race leader. 9 cautions for 34 laps. Less than 50 laps to go here in the Mogad 150. Anthony Green led 74 laps before calling it quits after that last caution. Tanner Weeks has led 15. Garrett Bobo 12, and Ronald Stratton has 1 on there. Double Zero started third, fell all the way back to last, worked his way back up to second, pitted P3, lost a few, and has come back and is now leading the race. Lights are out, stacked back up again. Weeks Purdy on the front row. Lights are out, ready to roll once again here. Pace car is in. Weeks with the button. Wastes little time, down and away. And he gets rolling right away here. Purdy trying to hang with him on the high side. Side by side, they go through 1 and 2. Down the backstretch. Weeks makes it tight on exit. Purdy hanging up on that outside wall. Going to try and get that momentum. Come down behind him. Get right on his bumper. Ronald Stratton trying to close the gap as well. Brown Sr. gets loose, saves it, almost sideways down the backstretch, saves it through 3 and 4, slides up the track, gets rolling in the right direction once again. Side by side are Jack Jones and Scott Hall, 3 Wide Motorsports teammates here. Tanner Weeks still under pressure here, this time from Ronald Stratton. Stratton led the first lap of the race, had a little incident, fell back through the field, and is on his way towards the front once again. Fell all the way back to 9th position here and now has battled to get back up to P2. He's had an up and down night all night. All you wanting to know where the Xfinity race is, it is getting close to go time as well there. 30 laps to go here for the Xfinity Series Championship here tonight. Looks like Patrick Purdy got a little loose there, almost into the wall. Garrett Katz here has got those connection issues fixed, and he is moving towards the front once again. Garrett Bobo in the 29. Up to P5, down 3 spots from where he started. Stratton did wind up taking that lead. 15-18 last time by. And Weeks losing ground. Nine Machine making his way on the high side, getting by the 5. Got Hall in the 5, also rolling by on the high line. Perron Sr. into the outside wall hard. Bounces off right in front of Jack Jones. Jack backs off the throttle just a little bit. Gonna save it as he slides in behind. Bobo down to the inside, gonna try and get by. Purdy into that high line. Scott Hall sends it in deep. Betzer still having some connection issues. He was there and gone right in front of Patrick Purdy. Purdy didn't know where to drive there. And get to the inside and get by. Side by side is Jack Jones. Down on the inside. Ronald Stratton, though, doing his best Anthony Green impression as he is out to almost a 2.5 lead over Tanner Weeks, the 00 machine. Bobo Hall cats here all right behind him. Giving a little love there to the 00 as he was going by. Tanner Weeks back to 4th. 29 laps to go here from Bristol Motor Speedway. 28 now as the leaders go by the checkered flag. Stratton still pulling away. That gap will close as the 29 Ford was able to get by and now is on the move once again. Scott Hall seems to have righted that number 5 Toyota. He had really good short run speed. When we had that longer green flag run, though, that 5 machine just started to fade towards the back. And then he got caught up in several of those cautions that came to happen. Tanner Weeks back to 4th. Cats here 5th. Purdy gives him a little bump on the inside, sideways in front of the 50 and the 41, and that's going to bring out the caution. Patrick Purdy helped the 5 around there a little bit. Ooh, 41 might have got out of it with little to no damage there. The 90 was able to get by. Like everybody is going to go down pit lane, except for the 29. See how much fuel, how many laps of fuel run is. 29 stayed out. He last pitted on lap 101 after having to come down for that black flag. Ronald Stratton came down and got his 4 tires and fuel. Scott Hall as well. All these drivers can make it to the end. The only question is, will the 29 be able to? We have had quite a few cautions, as it is the 10th caution of the night. 39 laps is all. Lucky Dog making his way back around. Stacked up once again. Same front row that we started with at the beginning of this race. Pace car is in restart zone, and we are down and away. 29 with a huge jump there, side by side for second. Scott Hall, Ronald Stratton, Tanner Weeks up to fourth, Purdy fifth. Jack Jones up to sixth as well. Oh, sideways goes Jack Jones. Sideways in front of the 41. He saves it, stays out of the way. We're going to stay green. Tanner Weeks sideways as well. And he's going to slow roll it onto backstretch here and bring out caution. Take a look once again. Loose into that outside wall. Down to the inside and around he goes. Here we go, getting set for the conclusion of this race. Mogad 150. Once again, thanks everybody for tuning in. If you guys feel so inclined, there is a Cash App link in the broadcast description. All the money raised goes to help one of the driver's wives who is affected by this Mogad disease. Want to learn more about it? You can definitely Google it and they'll tell you all sorts of stuff. Garrett Bobo on the front end is going to have the control. Scott Hall going to roll onto the outside. Ronald Stratton and Patrick Purdy going to start in row 2. William Martin going to start P5. Ryan Perone, senior, P6. Lights should go off this time. They are stacked up, ready to go once again. Hopefully for the final time. Set to go. Pace car is going to make that left-hand turn. We'll go with the button as he gets set to turn these drivers free. restart zone, and we are green flag racing once again in the Mogad 150. 12 laps to go here. Huge run from the 29. Scott Hall staying right with him, and he slides up to that outside lane. Oh, Hall gives him a little bumper there. Nothing outrageous, a little bump. Ooh, Scott Hall gets a little loose there. Gives the lead back to Garrett Bobo. Bobo trying to make quick work of it and slide down in front of the 5 of Scott Hall. Hall, Stratton, and Purdy. Scott Hall takes the lead, slides up in front of the 29. 6 of Stratton down to the bottom. Going to try and end this race where he started it on P1. We are under caution once again. Scott Hall hard into that outside wall. Not sure what happened there with the 5. But it looks like the 41 got loose there on the backside. We'll take a look and see. We'll take a look and see what happened to Grammar Time here. 41 machine. Oh, William Martin sideways into that outside wall. Keeps going in the right direction. Yep. Loose in the back end. Gonna have to turn up that brake bias just a little bit here. Oh, Scott Hall bounced off that outside wall just a little bit. Still side-by-side racing with Stratton Hall. Oh, hard into that outside wall, bounces off, bounces back into the wall. Keeps it going the right direction, though. Back up once again. Biggest travesty in sports is happening in the Xfinity race. 12th caution of the night. Be 4 laps to go when they take the green flag. Pace car is in. Stratton with the button. He gets set to go. We're down and away. Outside lane not as fast there as Bubba lost a little bit of ground there. Going to allow Patrick Purdy to drive down to his inside. Side by side they go. Still hanging on. 5 to go here in the Mogad 150. 4 as they take the line. Stratton, Bobo, Purdy. Jack Jones trying to get up here on the podium. Slides up in front of the 50 of Ryan Perone Sr. Three to go. Stratton stretches the lead out to almost half a second. Patrick Purdy, Garrett Bobo back there. In third, Jack Jones closing that gap. Almost throwing caution to the wind here. He is trying to get up on that podium. White flag is out. Final lap of the race here of the Mogad 150. Stratton leads him on down. And Ronald Stratton is going to finished the race right where he started. Patrick Purdy second, Garrett Bobo third, Jack Jones hard fought fourth, from senior fifth, Katsier sixth, Tanner Weeks seventh, Scott Hall, Grammer. Well, Ronald Stratton is the race winner. Patrick Purdy second, Garrett Bobo third. See if we can get the race winner down here. Gonna burn it down here real quick. Don't see him in here, so I guess that will be that. I'll thank everybody for joining us. See what all we have raised here, but we'll go through the race results real quick. Ronald Stratton, Patrick Purdy, Garrett Bobo. Top three, Jack Jones, Brian Perone Sr., Dan Katsier, Tanner Weeks, Scott Hall, James Grammer Time, and William Martin are the top 10. Randy Croyer and Anthony Green, hard luck, but finished P12. Hey, Garrett, Mike up in the booth, man. How's it going?
Oh, I'm pretty good. How about you?
Not too bad. I figured we'd maybe do an interview or two. Looked like you kind of had an up and down day here tonight. How was it racing Bristol?
Oh, I love Bristol. It's one of my favorite racetracks. Can you hear me?
Definitely. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
definitely
it's
looked like
probably
you
my favorite.
definitely looked like you had something figured out as you were able to go up and down. Looked like you were all the way down almost to 11th throughout the race and battled back and got inside the top three for quite a while. Anything you want to say before we get you out of here, though?
No, I had a really fun time. I'm glad Scott invited me to do so, and I was able to enter the race. Overall, it was a fun race, and I wish I would have pitted on that last go. but I didn't want to get a black flag and by chance and not have it cleared for some reason or not. But it is what it is. I was gonna try to hold on. I was also hoping for a little bit more cautions there at the end, but it is what it is. We held on for P3, and that's a top three is top three.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, congrats once again, and maybe we'll see you some other time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, Patrick, Mike, come in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do. What's up?
Oh, not much. Well, that was a heck of a race. Looked like you kind of battled hard most of the night. Wound up in a perfect position to take advantage. Wound up P2. How was it racing out there tonight?
It was fun. That long green stretch run at the end or at the beginning, that was a lot of fun. I started ninth. I didn't know how the cautions were going to fall, and I just wanted to keep my car clean. And so that first long run went from ninth to like fifth, came in, got tires, and just slowly just kept my car clean, wasn't pushing it till I knew there was going to be a caution with 10 to go or less. So it was just keeping the car clean and making sure I had tires for the end.
Definitely, man. Well, anybody you want to thank before we get you out of here?
Oh, I gotta thank Scott. He's been a good friend. We've known him for before he even started streaming, and it's been a good time racing with him. And I gotta shout out my own personal business, Purdy Photography. That helps me get to know a lot of drivers and racing, get around, a lot of racing, and also got to shout out Jack. And it's nice to do a charity race, but it sucks that it affects one of our own racers in here, and just happy that he had the support of all of us tonight.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, congrats on the P2 finish, and maybe we'll see you some other time.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll for sure be in the next one whenever it is, so thank you.
Yep. All right. See Ronald in here, but want to say congrats to him. He did have a up and down day, wound up leading at the end of the race, bringing home the victory here in the Mogad 150. Want to thank everybody for tuning in, and if you watch this later, definitely check out the broadcast description, and you can send any help or thoughts, prayers, or anything to them. Go ahead and do that. I know they would very much appreciate it. But with that being said, from all of the drivers here in the 3 Wide Motorsports Racing and all of us at Sim Racing Media, I want to wish you guys a good night, and we'll see you next time.